Well, hello there, DJs. It's DJ RuDe. And to be a DJ, what is it that we require? I mean, absolutely, positively, you're going to be a VJ or a DJ, or even KJ, obviously. What is it that is going to facilitate our business, our job, what we do? First thing I would think of is music, right? Content. You got to have it. If you don't have it, then you're never going to be a DJ, and you never were a DJ, because it just wouldn't make any sense. How are you going to spin music if you don't have music? So, anyway, that's redundant. The thing is that today what I want to talk to you about is, where do you get your music? I get my music from a record pool, and that's where I've gotten my records and CDs and now MP3s from a record pool for the last almost 30 years that I've been doing this. This year will be 30 years for me. So that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. Now, I've talked to you about all kinds of other things, but what I've never really touched on is the basis. The whole idea of what we do is play music, and I haven't touched on that. So today, that's what I'm going to do. I get my music from a record pool. I've received my music from record pools over the history of my career, from all kinds of defunct companies that are no longer around, all the way up to companies that that are still around, and one that I get mine from today is ERG Music. They are a record pool that still produces CDs and DVDs. The CDs obviously are going to be your latest music tracks, your audio tracks, and the DVDs are going to be music videos for those of you who are now in the realm of video DJing like myself. I've been doing it since back in the 8-track days, or I'm sorry, I don't go back that far. Videotape, VHS. Anyway, so let's just get a brief history on record pools and content for DJs, how they get their music. I started out in 1983. My first gig was a club. It was inside of a club in Los Angeles, and ended up working for multiple clubs. And what would happen is that we'd be there and we would meet record company people who would be there promoting their artist. Say, for example, back then we had, goodness sakes, a lot of the disco people that were famous at that time, like J.D. Hall and Stacy Q. And I don't mean like 70s disco. I mean, I was still in elementary school when that came out. I'm talking about during high school and after. Anyway, they would show up, and even some of Prince's and Madonna's, record company executives and the people that were out there promoting them would show up, and they would throw out records even if the artist wasn't there making an appearance. People like that were pretty huge in those days, and they had to be everywhere. So out on concert tours, so they would have promoters go out and work for directly the record labels. And so many of them knew me just from seeing me at all the different clubs that I worked at, that, they were like, you know what, dude, you already have these. I sent them to you already. I'm like, yeah, no, that's cool. So, because what they would do is they would get my name and my address, and I would get them before they would pass them out, and they would do this with hundreds of other DJs across the country, especially those that worked in more well-known clubs, because their whole point was what? To get us to play the latest music from their artist that they're promoting, that record company. Anyway, so, long story short, over time there became a need for record pools, because not every DJ had that opportunity to just, get these free records. Plus there's so much other music out there that, they just weren't out promoting quite that way. So we had to have some other option. And what I used to do is I would just go buy the albums, or I'd get the singles, either the 7-inch singles or the 12-inch single when those became available. And that's the other thing, a lot of the singles that we would get in those days were just the 7-inch, and that's what the promotion companies would send out. Every once in a while we'd get the big 12-inch single, but it would mostly be the little 7-inch single. And in the early 80s, that's when they started coming out with a 12-inch single, which has your remixes and your club versions, your extended versions, as they call it back then, the 12-inch version. And ERG, for example, they have new tracks, new picks. Dance tracks, and there's various. In other words, what they are is they're the pick of the company. And I'm pulling this up right now as I look at it. And go to the audio pool, and it's a download. It's ERG Music PoolTraxx. That's for all your audios. And for your video, it's going to be ERG Music PoolTraxx Video Pool. So you got the audio pool, the video pool. ERG picks, and that's where you're going to have your various singles, your intros, your outros. It's new music tracks, and that's what is their picks. New dance tracks, new country tracks, new rock tracks, new urban tracks. And that's what their picks are, and often they would have their own remix version inside of that. So anyway, so over time, you know, I signed up for different record pools back in those days, and I would get their most recent record, their most recent singles that would come out. Very rarely would you get a compilation vinyl pressed that has that particular record company's favorite artists on it, or they're the ones they're trying to promote the most. Like, you know, say from Arista Records, from Virgin Records, from Warner Brothers, from Island, Def Jam. I mean, any of those at the time, you would once in a while get a record that has a compilation of the artists they're trying to promote the most all on one. But when CDs came out, fast forward to about 19, I didn't really get involved in the CD game, spinning CDs until 92, but I know they were out sooner. That's when they would start to put all of that particular company's artists on one compilation CD. And of course the record pool companies would have, you know, popular artists from all the different record companies that they had, you know, under their umbrella of that record company, or I'm sorry, that record pool. Or CD pool as it became known later on. It's still a record pool, but you know, I mean, we still call it a record pool, right? Even though we don't get records, we get record. You know what I mean? That's the point I was trying to make. Anyway, so fast forward past record, CD, all the way to now, MP3. Now ERG still offers, just like many of the other record pools out there, they still offer CD. So you can get a hard copy version of it and DVD for video. And you can opt to have your music come to you that way, or you can go straight to their website, ergmusic.com, and download the app, which is PoolTraxx. And it's available for Mac and PC, which allows you to download the latest releases right from your computer. You just log in once you're a full subscriber, and you get your latest right then and there. And you enjoy unlimited downloads. So pretty much from what I've seen in using, you know, they keep music up to about a year. Typically 6 months to a year available here. And as long as they're still somewhere on the charts, they're going to be there. So some music has been on the charts for a year or two, then it's available all right here. So they have various different genres. As we go over here, let's take a look. You got pop, urban, country, dance, rock, adult, which would be adult contemporary, and then they have some like utilities and things like that become available now and again. So you got all your genres, and you can find it through popularity, artist, genre, release date, so on and so forth. So it's a very, very comprehensive pool. I really enjoy it. The quality is all high as far as for MP3s. It's 320 kilobytes per second per song. And of course, your music video downloads are in the highest quality, 720p if it was recorded that way available, all the way up to 1080p. Of course, standard definition and all those are available. And you're going to find all your favorite genres and in music video as well. And of course, they have charts that you can go through that will allow you to take a look at the different charts that are available. Also, I forgot to mention, they do have a Latin selection, so you're going to find anything from bachata to merengue to Mexican regional to most all of the Latin that are the most famous, and they're on the charts and or I wouldn't say necessarily worldwide recognized, but at least Western Hemisphere regional, North and South America. So anyway, take a look at it. Go to ergmusic.com and download the PoolTraxx app for Mac and PC. DJ RuDe recommends it highly. I've messed around with it now for about 2 weeks, and I really love it. I think it is one of the most comprehensive download pools available, and especially when it comes to when you're playing the most popular music that's out there, ERG music is going to have it. So take it from me, DJ RuDe. Check out ergmusic.com. I've got a couple of more videos coming out. I'm going to show you exactly how to use the Pool and or the app PoolTraxx, so that you can download your music from here. And we'll kind of navigate the website too, so you can get an idea of the price for each of these. Just remember that the video is, when you download, when you subscribe for videos, it's one price, genre-wide. So you're not paying separate for each genre. You get everything that's popular out right now, and it's on the charts. And like I said, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different charts that are available. And if it's on that chart, you're going to find it on ERG. Same thing with the audio Pool. And real quick, we'll kind of jump over to that. Current charts. You've got the adult, contemporary, country, dance, Latin, pop, Latin regional, Mexican, Latin tropical, rock, top 40, and urban. Now those are all the current charts that are out there, and you also have access when you go to the website rather than the app here to those charts, and so take a look at all the ones that I mentioned earlier, and those are going to show you what is popular and how you can find it on the ERG PoolTraxx. This is DJ RuDe. Check it out, ergmusic.com. Download the app and see for yourself what I'm talking about. I highly recommend it. It's DJ RuDe. I'm giving it 10 fingers up. Well, is that 8 fingers and 2 thumbs? Let's just say I give it all 10. Peace. Keep spinning. What are you waiting for? Go download it. Check it out. I'm not lying.